Hey guys, it's coffee time, and using the same mug again. Don't judge. Um, my legs are all sore because I love to dance. It's like my favorite thing ever. It's really cathartic for me. And a coworker and I were watching videos of the Melbourne Shuffle, and the Belgian jump step, but mostly the Melbourne Shuffle. And we were like, dude, we gotta learn how to do this. So we're planning to learn it. We're gonna learn it and we're gonna be awesome. But it's hard. It's pretty rough. I mean, the whole point of it is to make it look effortless, right? It looks like they're gliding around. It's hard. I can do like I can do like the running man part, and I can do the foot shimmy to the side with your leg up. Um, but it's when you try to like go from that into that. Oh, it's hard. It's so hard. I need to practice though. I'm excited about it. Um, I like learning new things, especially with dance because I know that I'm like actually working out. Like it's a fun workout for me, which there aren't many of those. Um, yeah. So super excited about that. I sometimes I miss dance team. Before I moved from Oregon, um, the plan was because my sister-in-law does judging for dance team, and so I had planned on taking the judging test. I was going to take the judges test, and I was going to be a dance team judge, and do that with my weekends. It was going to be super exciting, and I would still love to do that because I know I'm going to move back to Oregon at some point. I would still love to do that. Um, so yeah, it's fun. It's a really fun thing to do. And like my senior year, this is my favorite thing ever. So there's in on dance team, you not only learn the dances, but you also compete in something called drill down. And at state, you can't put everybody out there, so you take your I think it's 5. I think you take your 5 best in your team, and they like every single team from the state take puts all of their best kids out on the floor. So there are like hundreds of guys and girls out on the floor, and you do drill down, which is like military commands. So it's like left face, right face, about face, but there it gets more complicated. Like there are marching commands and stuff. My senior year, I was state champion at drill down. It was the best feeling ever because I love drill down, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind that I got first out of hundreds of people. That was so crazy. It's like my shining moment, like my glory moment of high school for me. um, but yeah, I miss that sometimes. So I would love to do judging and like help out with my school team and stuff like that. I think that would be super cool. That's a while down the road though. Now that I've moved and I've like started this whole separate thing, but I'd love to do it at some point. I think that it would be rad. Um, Dance team is weird because like there's so many different, at least in okay, in the U.S. I'm not gonna say this as a general thing because in the U.S. Um, there are all sorts of different teams that you could possibly have. Like our school we had cheerleading and we had dance team, which is a common like combo. Um, and some schools, almost all of the girls are the same. Like there are girls who are on both, but some schools like ours, you could only be on one or the other. um, but some schools have a bunch of other ones, like color guard, which is like flags. And then you'll also have like a drill down team. Not drill down, but just a drill team, which is like a lot of like really sharp movements. Um, yeah, it's so bizarre because it's like, couldn't you just like mix all those into one? No. They're all separate teams, which is great. It's super cool because then if you're able, our school never did this because our school, for whatever reason, the relationship between the dance team and the cheerleaders was like super catty. But some schools are able to do like mashup groupings, like have the color guard in the back, and then the drill team in the front, and then the cheerleaders doing tricks, and the dance team doing some sort of a weird, like, dance off on the sides, and, like, you just have this sea of people who are just, you know, doing what they do, and it looks really cool when it's all together. So our school never did that, though. We never did a mashup. Well, while I was there. We never did a mashup while I was there, because we didn't get along. We weren't besties. I had plenty of friends who were on dance team and then switched to cheerleading, or people who were my friends that became cheerleaders. But, like, as a general, like, state of mind, the dance team and the cheerleaders did not get along. And to be honest, our cheerleaders were way better than our dance team while I was there. So the cheerleaders were getting, like, really good awards at state, and we were getting really sucky ones. But I still got state champion at drill down. So there. I'm really proud of it. I love it. This is how nerdy we are. Is that my sister-in-law and I sometimes in the kitchen would call commands to each other. Yeah. And then see if we could do it. I was trying to do it the other day, actually. I'm, like, super rusty. But it's cool. They take it very, very, very seriously, because there are things like, I touch my eyes a lot in this show. I've noticed that if I ever rewatch the videos, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't even know, honestly, because I know that all I'm gonna hit is eyeliner. It's just like I don't have a sty or anything, like, they don't itch. It's become like a habit, like a weird, anywho. They take it super seriously. Like, when you're doing the drill down and there are all of these girls and guys out on the floor, they have people surrounding the outside perimeter that watch you. Because if you're doing something like, when you march, your entire team has to decide whether or not you're going to swing your arms when you march, and your arms have to be swinging the same amount. Each arm has to be swinging the same amount, because you could be giving yourself a mental note on which way is left if you forget easily. Also, everybody on your team has to hold your hands the same way. So, like, our hands were always like this, because it's like there's no possible way that you're telling yourself left or right with this. Like, it's just blades to your side. But some teams do this to your side. And if the entire team is doing that, they can't ding you for it, but they really don't like it. So it's weird. There are weird things like that. It's all about everybody being unified on your team. And then by the time it gets down to just, like, a few people and there are no, like, doubles up of team members, that's when it gets crazy. Because when there are, like, 25 people left, they stop the drill down and have everybody move into the center, and you start from scratch again. Only if they say that you start from scratch. Oh, that always drove me crazy. So there's a segment, I'm sorry, I'm, like, rambling about this because I love drill down. There's a segment called By the Numbers, which means that you don't do the command until they start counting you off. So, like, I'll just... Visual aid. Let's do this. Okay, so, like, it would be like, if I was like this, and somebody was like, left face, except it was by the numbers, I'd have to stay like this until they said 1, 2. Right face, 1, 2. And the thing that they love to do is you'll be by the numbers, and then they'll do mark time march, and then you're marching. Left face, right face, etc. And then they say squad halt, and you halt. You're still by the numbers. And if you've been marching long enough, it's really hard to remember. And then they'll be like, oh, left face, right face, about face. And everybody will left face, right face, about face. Except the people who remember that you're still by the numbers. That's how they get rid of huge clumps of people. Terrifying. I have a terrible memory. I don't know how I do well at that, but... interesting. So yeah, I love to dance. Is really the whole point of this entire thing. I said this on my news episode too, but we raised over $8,000 already. I haven't looked at the receipts again today because it's morning, but there's a dude with tools outside that is driving me crazy. So, yeah, we've raised a lot of money already, and it's blowing my mind. I have to figure out something really awesome to do. I really want to do the creeper outfit thing, honestly, but I don't know how much time it would take to make a creeper outfit. Probably not that much time. It's pretty simple, right? I think that would be hilarious. But anywho, yeah, so I'm gonna go to work, because this dude is driving me crazy. And also, I've been talking for over 10 minutes. So, have a good day, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.